fisherman who had worked the Amazon River for 22 years reached into the same water he had touched 1,000 times before. This time, his heart stopped for 4 seconds. No bite, no blood, no warning. Just a fish 3 feet away that never even touched him. 860 volts through water in less time than a blink. Scientists studied this creature for 250 years. And they were wrong about all of it. Most people think the electric eel is just a fish that gives you a small shock. Like touching a doorknob in winter. Something that stings for a second, and then it is over. Schools teach it that way. Nature documentaries show it that way. Even most science textbooks describe it as a simple biological battery with one trick, zap and done. But that is not what it is. This animal does not just shock. It hunts with electricity. It communicates with electricity. It sees with electricity. And in ways that science is still trying to explain, it controls other animals with electricity, like a remote control. Everything you were taught about this creature was the simplified version. And the real version is something far darker. The electric eel is not actually an eel. It is a fish, a knife fish. And 80% of its entire body is not organs, not muscles, not bones. It is one giant living battery. Imagine if 80% of your body was just a weapon. That is what this creature is built for. But it does not have one electric organ. It has 3. Each one does a different job. The first one produces low voltage, around 10 volts. It uses this like a radar system, sending pulses through the water to detect movement around it. The second organ produces medium voltage. It uses this to communicate with other electric eels in complete darkness. And the third organ, the main organ, produces 860 volts, more than 7 times the power of a standard wall socket in your home. And here is the part that should not be possible. Its own body runs on electricity. It should be shocking itself to death every single second. But it does not. And scientists still cannot fully explain why. This animal is not just dangerous. It is physically impossible. No light reaches this depth. No moon. No stars. Just black water moving slowly over a muddy floor. A small fish, no bigger than your hand, is hiding under a rock. It has been still for hours. It thinks it is safe. It is not 0.3 meters away. Something long and dark is moving through the water. Not fast. Not aggressive. Just slow and patient. Like it has all the time in the world. Because it does. The electric eel sends out a low pulse. 10 volts. Invisible. Silent. A radar ping moving through the black water in every direction. The small fish does not move, but its heart beats. And that tiny movement, that single heartbeat, sends a ripple through the water that the eel feels from 3 meters away. Now it knows exactly where its prey is. It does not chase. It does not bite. It simply sends 860 volts through the water in one single burst. The small fish's muscles fire all at once. Its body locks completely. It cannot swim. It cannot escape. It cannot even try. The eel did not hunt that fish. It remote controlled it to death. Now imagine that happens to you. That a full-grown electric eel does not need to touch you. It does not need to bite you. It just needs to be in the same water as you. And in less than a blink your muscles lock. Your arm freezes in whatever position it was in. You cannot pull it back. You cannot let go. Your body is no longer yours to control. But the shock is not even the most dangerous part. The most dangerous part is what happens next. Your muscles lock so hard that you cannot swim. And you are standing in a river, in the Amazon, in the dark, and the water starts rising around your face. Most people do not die from the voltage. They drown. For 250 years, scientists believed there was only one species of electric eel. One animal. One threat. They built entire textbooks around this belief. They taught it in universities. They wrote papers about it. And in 2019, a team of researchers went into the Amazon with modern DNA testing equipment and found something that broke everything they thought they knew. There are not one species of electric eel. There are 3. 3 completely different animals that science had been treating as one for 2.5 centuries. And the third species, the one nobody knew existed until 6 years ago, is the one that produces 860 volts. the highest voltage ever recorded from any living animal on Earth. Ever. But that is not even the strangest part. This same species was filmed doing something that no electric fish had ever been seen doing before. It leaps completely out of the water. And while its body is in the air, half in water and half out, it presses itself against its target and delivers even more voltage than it can produce underwater. Kenneth Catania, a scientist at Vanderbilt University, filmed this for the first time and said he had never seen anything like it in his entire career. Neither had anyone else. And here is what keeps scientists awake at night. After 250 years of research, thousands of papers, and 3 discovered species, nobody can fully explain how the electric eel does not shock itself to death. The answer is somewhere in that black Amazon water. And if one fish can break every rule of biology we thought we knew, what else is down there waiting to be found?